The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the human named Marcus Chen stepped forward, his worn boots echoing against the crystalline floor. Around him, representatives from 17 different species observed with a mixture of curiosity and condescension. The trial they had just witnessed should have broken him, should have left him begging for mercy like every other candidate who had attempted the trials of ascension. Instead, Marcus rolled his shoulders and cracked his neck as if he had just finished a light morning jog. "Fascinating specimen," whispered Zektar, the insectoid representative from Kepler 442b, his mandibles clicking thoughtfully. The human survived the neural maze, endured the pressure chamber, and somehow maintained consciousness through the void simulation. Most impressive. High Chancellor Vorthak, a towering crystalline being whose species had conquered death itself, leaned forward on his throne. His voice resonated through the chamber like grinding stone. "Human Marcus Chen of Earth, you have accomplished what we believed impossible. The trials of ascension have never been completed by a species so primitive. Your neural pathways should have collapsed under the psychic pressure. Your cardiovascular system should have failed in the gravitational fields. Your mind should have shattered in the existential void." Marcus wiped a trickle of blood from his nose, a souvenir from the neural maze, and looked up at the Chancellor with tired but determined eyes. "Yeah, well, humans are pretty good at not dying when we're supposed to." A ripple of what might have been amusement passed through the assembled representatives. The ethereal delegate, a being of pure energy contained within a shimmering force field, pulsed brighter. "This one possesses remarkable resilience. Perhaps there is more to these Earth dwellers than our initial assessments indicated." Chancellor Vorthak's crystalline features shifted into what passed for a smile among his kind. "Indeed, Marcus Chen, by completing the trials of ascension, you have earned your species the right to join the Galactic Council as junior members. Your people will have access to our technology, our trade routes, and our protection. This is an honor bestowed upon only 12 species in the past millennium." Marcus nodded politely, then surprised everyone by raising his hand. "That's great, and all, Chancellor, but I have a question." The chamber stirred with unease. No one questioned the Chancellor after completing the trials. "Speak," Vorthak commanded, though his tone had cooled considerably. "Is that it? I mean, the trials were challenging, sure, but I was expecting more." Marcus scratched his head, leaving his hair even more disheveled than before. "Back home we have this thing called Navy SEAL training, or the selection process for astronauts. Hell, I once did a triathlon in Death Valley that was probably rougher than your neural maze." The silence that followed was deafening. Representative Quilnara of the Hive Collective, whose species had perfected the art of mental manipulation, spoke with barely contained incredulity. "You dare suggest that our sacred trials, rituals that have tested the worthiest beings across the galaxy, were insufficient?" "Not insufficient," Marcus clarified, holding up his hands. "Just incomplete. See, where I come from, we have this saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But the thing is, we usually don't stop at just barely surviving. We push until we find our actual limits." Chancellor Vorthak's crystalline body began to emit a low, ominous hum. "You wish to continue? The trials of ascension have only one level, human. There is nothing beyond." Marcus's grin was the kind that had made drill sergeants nervous and worried his mother since childhood. "Then make something up. I mean, you've got representatives from dozens of species here, each with their own specialties. Surely, between all of you, we could cobble together something that might actually test what a human can do." The chamber erupted in shocked whispers and nervous energy discharges. No species had ever requested additional trials. The very concept was unprecedented. Zektar's compound eyes focused intently on the human. This one either possesses courage beyond measure or lacks the intelligence to comprehend the magnitude of what he requests. "Probably both," Marcus admitted cheerfully. "But here's the thing. I'm not just representing myself here. I'm representing humanity. And if I go back to Earth and tell them that the galaxy's ultimate test was something I could do on a Tuesday afternoon, they're going to be disappointed. More importantly, they're going to wonder what else you've been underestimating." Representative. Sale of the Warforge Empire, a massive reptilian being whose species had never known defeat, leaned forward with interest. The human speaks of his entire species with such confidence. Does he believe others of his kind could match his performance? Match it? Marcus laughed. Chancellor, I'm a middle school gym teacher from Ohio. I'm not even close to the toughest human you'll ever meet. Wait until you meet a Navy SEAL, or a trauma surgeon, or a single mom working 3 jobs to support her kids. We're all just getting started. The chamber fell into a stunned silence as the implications of his words sank in. If this unremarkable human, a teacher of physical education to young offspring, could complete their ultimate trial with such ease, what did that suggest about his species' upper limits? Chancellor Vorthak studied Marcus for a long moment, his crystalline form shifting through various prismatic colors as he processed this unprecedented situation. Finally, he spoke. Very well, human. We shall convene the Council of Trials. Each member species will contribute their most challenging ordeal. We will craft something that has never been attempted by any being in galactic history. The Chancellor's voice carried a note of what might have been respect. But understand this. What you are requesting may very well kill you. Marcus Chen, middle school gym teacher from Ohio, cracked his knuckles and smiled the kind of smile that had launched 1,000 human adventures across the stars. Now we're talking. As the representatives began debating the parameters of these unprecedented extended trials, none of them noticed that Marcus had already begun doing stretches, preparing his body for whatever impossible challenge they would devise. After all, he had a species to represent, and humans never like to disappoint.